Autism stims come in many shapes and sizes, but in today's video I'm going to be covering 5 different autism stims that you should know about. Here we go. Well, hello there, how you doing? Hope you're doing well, and if you're brand new to my channel, I talk about autism on a weekly basis, just trying to educate people and break misconceptions and things. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to see more, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell for me, just so you don't miss out on anything. Now, stimming when it comes to autism is a massive part of being on the spectrum and just the autism community in general. So with this video I just wanted to open up the conversation about stimming and just generally to talk about 5 different autism stims that people on the spectrum may do. If you don't know what the term stimming is, basically stimming is short for self-stimulatory behaviour, where someone may do an action of some description that helps them relax to regulate their own emotion or behaviour, because either they are overstimulated by something or sometimes they can be understimulated by something. And it's not just autistic people that stim either. Literally twiddling a pen around in your fingers, playing with your hair, you know, literally any kind of motion that is repetitive that you find soothing is technically a stim, though I do feel it's talked about more in the autism world because we tend to do it more often, and sometimes it's more noticeable in autistic people when they stim. But I hope by talking about these 5 different autism stims that, you know, when you see someone down the street and they make a noise, for example, maybe you can get an understanding as to why they're doing it, you know? And actually, while we're talking about noises, why don't we talk about verbal stimming? And basically, verbal stimming is anything to do with verbalizing. Now, verbal stimming could be repeating the same word or words over and over again, or repeating the same noise, or making the same noises or sounds in a repetitive way. Now, maybe an autistic person makes a noise constantly because they like the sensation in their throat when they're making that noise, or maybe they make a particular noise that they just really feel the need to repeat over and over again because they get a good feeling out of it, or it's a way for them to calm down in a stressful situation. Another type of autism stim is taste and smell. Now, I've grouped these two together. They could stand alone in their own right, but I personally feel like these two interlink in a lot of different ways. So basically, someone on the spectrum could have an obsession over a type of smell, maybe lavender. Who doesn't love lavender? But someone on the spectrum may love and adore the smell of lavender to the point where they feel the need to sniff lavender constantly because they just love that sensation, you know? And then with the taste side of things, maybe they like the texture of a certain food or the flavour of something. Like for me, for example, I love hot and spicy food. Like, I love hot sauces, I love spicy sauces. So whenever I can, I'll put hot sauce on stuff because I love the sensation of my throat and my mouth being on fire. Though it's obviously not healthy to have spicy food all of the time because it'll just mess up with your guts, you know? Another type of autism stimming is oral stimming. Now, this is basically where an autistic person will chew on things, mouth on things, like the inside of the mouth, you know, chew on their fingers, bite on their fingers. I'm really bad for this. You know, some autistic people, I've heard stories of them chewing on clothes, you know, chewing on the collar, chewing on the arms and stuff. Now, if someone is chewing on their clothes or chewing on objects that just aren't sanitary, I do have some friends, and there'll be links down below to a company called Chewy Gem who make jewellery, which is basically chewable jewellery, both for kids and for adults. It's obviously safer for them to chew on something that is sanitary, it's safe, and also they still get that sensation on chewing something. And Chewy Gem don't just make chewable aids, they make all sorts of other stuff, and there's a ton of stuff on their website which I highly recommend to you. So yeah, definitely check out the links down below. These are my affiliate links, so basically if you go online and make a purchase, I get a commission off the sale, but there's no additional cost to yourself, and it's just a small way of helping out the channel, so definitely have a look down below. Now, another type of autism stimming is visual stimming. Now, can you remember when fidget spinners were a thing a few years ago? Like, everyone was getting fidget spinners. They were a thing in the autism community well before they blew up. You know, some people on the spectrum just love that motion of the fidget spinner moving around. I mean, I like it. Some people on the spectrum really get stimulated by flashing lights, or lights that are just very calming and relaxing. You know, they get a very nice sensation from it. Another type of autism stimming is tactile stimming. That was actually a really good catch for me, actually. But no, tactile stimming is basically the motion and, you know, feeling the need to touch stuff. Some autistic people like myself just love the motion of doing a certain pattern repeatedly using the hands, you know? Personally, for me, when it comes to this, I like doing that because I don't know why. It's just really appealing doing a circle because this is just me. And personally for me, I feel like I do a lot more tactile stimming than any other type of stim I've covered in this list. I don't know why. I just love the sensation of doing stuff with my hands. So out of these 5 autism stims, what type of stim do you think you do more of? Or is there a type of stim that I haven't covered in this list? Let me know down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button so I know, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. Stay you, stay indie, have a great day, and hope to see you next time.